Okay, so I guess I'm live right now. Um, for some reason, YouTube wasn't allowing me to put my mic input from Minicam, so I guess I have to talk. I was just going to put a video, uh, but these are the current allocations, and we're seeing some tremendous strength in a lot of the altcoins are rallying after Bitcoin's major move from 5,000 to 8,000 in just a short period of time. For a while, many of these altcoins were just getting devastated. They were uh, crashing all over the place and just an erosion. If you would compare the charts, they had no nothing going for them. And now we're seeing that they're starting to rally uh, over the last 24 hours. And I suspect that it's going to happen again in the next 24 hours from now. We're going to see Ethereum make some substantial moves and Ripple. Um, you know, we're kind of playing catch up right now because in terms of BTC, the portfolio has lost value, but in nominal terms, we're still up about 19% for the month in the last 2 weeks that we have been in May. So we're not right now currently changing allocations. We think this is a good mix, and we're just waiting. We still have halfway through the month to go. Funds up 60% for the year, and um, I think it says 70% on the slide. But if you look at charts like ZRX, um, you'll see tremendous bearish activity, and it is basically just crashed. So uh, the price has gone way, way, way down. So we're going to see this second wave. I'm anticipating that is going to kind of lift all boats, lift the tide up higher, and uh, so we'll see what happens. I wanted to go live for a little bit longer, but I don't really have too much to say. I'm trying to get people to subscribe to the channel and press like in the on the video. You can just press the like button. And I only have 71 followers, so I'm trying to get more people to follow the channel right now. So uh, yeah, that's about it. I don't really have just watching some Kaiser Report episodes and some interviews on Kidco with Max, and kind of reaffirming like what the price target is for the cryptocurrency. He's saying it's going to get in the 100,000s. I'm not too optimistic about. I think that's pretty out there, but I do think that there's going to be a large rally through the end of the year, the second half of the year. Uh, so we're just kind of we're waiting. I think ETH is going to hit 300. Zcash. I mean, there's no telling what the potential for Zcash, ZEC. It could go. It crashed way, way, way down there. I think it's like not even $70 right now. It's 60 something. But Ox Ripple is making a big move. It's above 40 right now, and it had made a tremendous move. I don't like the fact that the slide is shown backwards, so I can't. It's hard for me to. I mean, I can still look at it, but then when I press publish, it reverses the slide and shows it back again the right way. So, um, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out YouTube. I think YouTube is a tremendous um, opportunity for scalability and getting people involved and publishing news and information as well as receiving news and information. Uh, I'm hoping to just kind of stay under the radar. I do want to get a bigger amount of followers, but I'm unsure how to actually do that. They said that you have to constantly put out content, and you have to be consistent with the content, and then somehow you're gonna magically get more. And then somehow you're gonna magically get more. Oh, sorry about that. I was just looking on my phone. I guess it's kind of weird because I don't know why they would not allow me to have Manycam audio as a source. I think they just want to prevent playback of YouTube videos from interfering with any copyright infringement, and that's something that I've had done on Facebook, where they actually went back and erased the audio. So I think YouTube is actually, I think, trying to figure out the same thing, and they don't want publishers to publish copyrighted material. And I guess unless you have the disclaimer where you're critiquing it or you're analyzing the information, um, I don't know. I really don't know, but it's shaping up like 2019 is going to be a lot better than 2018. 2018 was just a devastating year. Every fund out there got annihilated and had huge drawdowns. 2017 was a very good year, as you can see on the information on the screen. So we're just kind of holding right now, just hodling, and I'm trying not to make any rash decisions right now because of the uh, recent rise in Bitcoin, and all the charts on the altcoins just got annihilated. So it's probably not a good time to, you want to wait a little bit to see how this plays out, and then certain positions can be, moved around. You can see that, we're small, we're flexible. I did add the Zcash, the Ethereum, and some of these others, but man, we are getting killed on the really small caps. They've just been getting sold into. People are trying to scramble to buy Bitcoin, and they don't care at what price that they're going to sell their altcoins. So, like I said, we don't really participate too much in like the Bitcoin Cash and the Bitcoin. We're interested in some of the smaller cap opportunities, and I think that that's what's going to happen. Is in the last half of the year, they're going to really make some large moves. We're going to find some that are going to increase tenfold, fivefold. If we catch some of those runners, the performance for the year is going to be decent, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for. And like I said, we're not in this for 1 year or a few months. I want to see what happens, how this plays out for the next 10, 20, 30 years. We're looking at a long-term time horizon. So anything can really, happen as far as like the future is unknown. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't read the future, what's going to happen. But we can definitely try to be in front and have the right positions at the right time, where we'll hopefully take advantage of such volatility and tremendous upside. Like Facebook is coming out with Facebook Coin, JP Morgan Coin, Fed Coin. The institutions are adopting Bitcoin, and it really is going to probably take a big chunk out of the market of gold. People are going to use it as a store of value. The other cryptocurrencies are, which I find more interesting, because yeah, it's a good store of value, Bitcoin, but people still think gold is, and that now there's been this recent war on gold, saying drop the price of gold, and it's trying to convert people to get out of their gold holdings and precious metals and then into crypto. I I think that there's room for somebody to have both. I don't think it's one or the other. Some of these guys like Jim Rickards, Peter Schiff, and these Robini, some of these that are very vocal on Twitter that are speaking out against Bitcoin, they think it's going to go to 200 or they think it's going to go to zero. They've kind of backed off a little bit. So we're starting to see it into this adoption phase where more and more people are going to adopt the utility and the use of cryptocurrencies to pay for goods and services in the real economy. This is only 1.5% of all Bitcoin transactions are used in illegitimate purposes or crime activities. So that's a very low percentage. And then now somebody came out in Congress saying that they want to ban all cryptocurrencies. I don't think that's going to happen. You cannot ban math, and you cannot ban the internet. So this cryptocurrency structure is immutable in terms of what can and cannot be regulated or altered. So we're going to see the people that want a strong dollar and that still believe that the U.S. dollar is the only way to save. They're going to start to realize that the dollar is going to decrease in value, and it's going to get a lot cheaper against other currencies. I mean, remember, the U.S. dollar is 60% of all world reserve currencies, and we only make up 5% of the world population. So when those chickens come home to roost, there's going to be a lot of inflation. We're going to see a lot of prices that are going to go up in cost, and it's going to be passed on to the consumer, where they're actually going to, with this tariff war that Trump is interacting with, it just carries the burden onto the price, and so people are going to end up paying more, causing ripple effects in the inflationary economy, and it's going to be dynamic, and people are going to just intrinsically want to switch over to something where it's a fixed supply of currency, and it doesn't have this unlimited cap where the Federal Reserve can just print as much as it possibly needs, and they don't care about decreasing the purchasing power of each dollar. I mean, look, the U.S. dollar has already lost 98% of its value in the last 105 years. So, it hasn't been a complete meltdown, but it's going to fall off the cliff eventually because all fiat currencies go to zero. There has not been one single case throughout history, throughout time, that paper, fiat, unbacked, print as many as you want currency, fractional reserve system is not going to be the future. And what's going to be promising is cryptocurrencies, and people are going to adopt cryptocurrencies more and more and use them for what they have been designed to do. Each case is different for the use case. There's privacy coins, there's all these, tokens and platforms. And eventually what people are going to do is have wallets that contain, maybe 100 or 150 different currencies, crypto, and they're going to be able to use them and interact and exchange them just as people would do with a, credit card or something like that. So we're going to see more and more adoption into crypto. Now is a good time to allocate money, or actually last month would have been, we were down 13% for the month last month. That would have been a perfect opportunity for people to invest in the new asset class. Um, so right now, we're just kind of keeping our eyes peeled on charts. A lot of the charts really look nasty because uh, Bitcoin rallied a lot. It's up 100% from its low, more than 100%. So these smaller ones haven't had the attention or haven't had the time to really, um, and some of them aren't going to be winners. Poloniex just delisted a bunch of coins, and luckily we were not involved with any of the delistings. Um, I think 2020 is going to be an interesting year. We'll see how the rest of this year plays out, but it's probably going to be more upside, in my opinion, and maybe Bitcoin will go to, I'm just going to throw it out there, but maybe like 11,000 at the end of the year, or maybe probably more than that. Um, I kind of like to keep a low target because there's no telling in what legislation or different attitudes or um, how people perceive the fundamental concept of cryptocurrencies taking the place of pure fiat uh, money, which we've been on for 50 years since Nixon took us off the gold standard and made everybody basically in the world is now on this fiat money system where it's not backed by anything either, and they want to critique uh, critique the cryptocurrencies because of that. But the U.S. dollar is not. It costs 14 cents to print a $100 bill, and you mean to tell me that you loan it back out at interest, uh, you know, with a leverage of 10 to 1 or 30 to 1? I mean, these banks are completely insane. They will do their overdraft fees last year were $30 billion that they charged people that couldn't afford it. Um, these banks are a thing of the past. I suggest people take their money out of the bank, get involved with cryptocurrencies. Maybe now is a good time to initiate some positions of the lower, beaten down cryptocurrencies in the space, and people can plan and in the future add more uh, allocation into that asset class, or if they maybe precious metals would be another asset class that people could find value to store a value unit of exchange, uh, money, and precious metals. I really like silver right now. Silver is trading under $15 an ounce. We're looking at $14.87, 77 cents to 87 cents, and gold is just under shy of 1,300. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of gold bugs who have been very resistant to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Um, they just don't have the imagination and the mind and the adoption. They're going to be the late adopters, and it's like, look at Warren Buffett. He's going out and buying uh, all these technology companies, and he didn't touch them for decades and decades. So we're going to see these people in the future actually reversing their opinions about this. Maybe Bitcoin will go to 100,000, maybe it will go to 400,000. I don't know what it's going to go to, but if you can 10 times your money on an investment, you would do it. If you could 100 times your money on an investment, you would do it. And that's the kind of gains that are still left on the table, in my opinion. This is not investment advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. And you know, people are free. People make their own investment decisions, but this is just my opinion that crypto is going to be the place to be for the next decade or following decades. Um, as far as like the individual positions in the portfolio, it varies, and some are doing something completely different. I can go through each one, but they're not. It's not all just about money. There's many different case uses for cryptocurrencies and for these platforms, these tokens, and these different digital assets. Um, and pretty much the last people that are gonna figure this out are gonna be, it's gonna be 5 years from now, or uh, whatever, and Bitcoin's gonna be at $1 million a coin, some crazy. So then they're finally gonna come around and they're gonna understand. Oh wow, these people were right. We were just too late, and uh, they were a little bit early. I wish I would have bought Bitcoin at $1. It was trading at 10 cents, 25 cents, $1. Um, and this was only a few short years ago. I mean, you could literally, with $100, could have turned it into, many millions. I haven't done the calculations yet recently, but there's going to be, if people are resistant to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, I would suggest at least trying to hedge yourself with something like silver that's under $15 an ounce, and convert that worthless fiat, trash cash, fractional reserve, Ponzi money that has no intrinsic value whatsoever. I urge people to convert their savings into something of tangible wealth, whether it's gold or whether it's silver. I like silver a lot more. We're looking at 88-to-1 gold to silver ratio. You send them in 1 ounce of gold, they will send you 88 rounds of investment grade silver, 999 pure. I mean, anyone investing in gold, if you want gold, buy silver, free silver. You know, uh, um, if you really want gold, buy silver, and then when the ratio goes from 88-to-1 uh, down to a more reasonable level, like 40-to-1, you simply convert it back into gold, and you got free gold. Um, that's all. I don't know what I don't really know how to run a YouTube channel. I'm kind of just blabbering about anything that comes to mind. But I would like to get more subscribers to this channel. If you like it, please like it and share it on your social media. Put a link on your profile. If you're curious about the different positions that we are in and which exchange to use, feel free in the comments to ask any questions. Um, Ask questions about what's the minimum investment. Do you have to be accredited or qualified investor? Um, ask me any. Why do you like Zcash so much? Why is Ethereum 10% of the portfolio? Feel free to write these questions into the comments here. I'm trying to learn how to use YouTube as a viable marketing platform, not only just for information purposes, and I'm kind of trying to distance myself from the whole political scene right now, and I'm trying to focus on cryptocurrencies and silver. So I haven't seen anybody really enter this chat room. So I'm just going to let it play. Unfortunately, I can't play any music because um, YouTube basically has only selected my mic to be the only source um, of audio, and I cannot play, even like an instrumental um, from YouTube. This doesn't have the copyright laws or whatever. I was actually thinking about doing a review, a first time listen, heard a song, a reaction video to a reaction video, and then have the reaction video in the square in the fourth quadrant with the video that I would be making. And I thought that was kind of a cool idea, and wondered if it would have some sort of SEO context where it would shift the traffic around. I haven't put anything in the comments on this video or even made a title. So that's something I need to work on. I wasn't sure if this was even going to broadcast or not, because it shut down very fast when I tried to select the Minicam audio. So I'm just looking at trying to get some more likes on Facebook. If you want, you can go to altmoneyfund.com. You can see the website. On Facebook, it's altmoneyfund.com. Just like it. That's the page for the fund. We're a micro fund. I mean, we need money basically to invest. So if you know of anyone who would be interested or potentially interested, I'm not pitching this, to you, but feel free. I'm just trying to put myself out there, and YouTube is a solid platform. I don't go on Twitter. Twitter's an afterthought at this point. I do post some memes and stuff on Instagram and Facebook. I try to do some live stuff, but it really hasn't been fruitful. And not that I haven't even tried it, but I just started rambling on here for 27 minutes so far, and I'm just looking to see if there's any feedback. I want to get into a feedback loop. If you want to follow me on Facebook, I've already reached the 5,000 friend mark, and I'm following 5,000 people, and I'm in 5,000 groups on Facebook. So, and they have this arbitrary limit where it's 5,000 that you can only, and I think there's like a lot bigger opportunity on YouTube where there's an unlimited number of people that can follow you. There's people on here that I'm very envious of that have 500,000 followers, subscribers, and they get millions of views on their videos. I simply don't know how to make very high quality videos, so I'm just playing with my microscope with coins, advocating people to buy silver, and I post some interesting ideas, or maybe not interesting ideas, depending who's actually watching, which is nothing. But maybe someone will dig this video up in the future, and they'll see. Maybe this video will get discovered some other point in time. I don't really know when people are watching it or not, but it says there's 0 thumbs up, 0 watchers. So if you do happen to see this video, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. This is just an experiment. I know nothing about YouTube. I do know that there's a lot of money to be made, though, and you can catch me on eBay, and you can send an email my way, and I will respond to it. Please ask any questions, AMA, and please put comments in the comment section, and I will respond personally to those comments. So I'm going to stop this video when it hits the 30-minute mark. 20 seconds left. So have an awesome rest of the day, and I will do another video shortly. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and like.